Yeah, hi guys. A couple of things. Myself, Semichi.
And so.
We're back at it again. One of the topics that I think will definitely help us in different relationships. It's something we may think it's light, however, it can also cause havoc in
Oh yeah,
relationships.
as much as it's candid,
Quite very candid, yeah, I must say. But yeah, let's go with it. We don't necessarily have like answers for this one, but we just want to deliberate on an issue. And probably during your comments, we may hear other stuff that you may extrapolate from the same topic. So, and today it's about how do you handle and like, do you call it embarrassing moments with your partner? The embarrassing moments that your partner
Yo,
is
that's already
causing.
saying anything like yo.
Yeah, do you find
Did
yourself as it's like
he
your
just
responsibility?
do that?
Did he just say it?
Did he like he left?
What is that, Sammy G?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
na guys, na vele ke a mo jwetsa ke re o fetsa ho etsang? Like what did you just do? But I think you know what? I mean, as we're talking, one thing which I am extrapolating from it, that's a big English, is that
That
the
that that
reason.
you learned from me, ne?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
One thing that I am actually learning from this is that the reason why maybe we become embarrassed, it's because we have taken so much of, like I feel you are me. Like I can't separate myself from you. And it has its good and it has its bad. I mean, for people who have been together for such a long time, we can't help but to feel I am your mirror, you are my mirror, right? Hence, we feel a certain level of embarrassment when someone does certain things which we feel they're out of line. But I am actually thinking very hard to myself that I need to detach. I need to detach myself from knowing what I'm not Semichi. And Semichi Hasenna. And I think the minute we allow people to have consequences of their own actions, it would free us from the embarrassment. Because hantle ke tshwantse ke itse gore ha etsa ntho e etsang, guys, ga se nna. All right? Ga se nna. So, ha nne embarrassed. Okay, fine, we do become embarrassed on other people's behalf. But we just need to learn how to separate ourselves from the other person, from your partner.
Yeah, but at the same time, I'm just thinking at times you may see something that is embarrassing based on your kind of person you are, and not that very same thing that was done by your partner is actually embarrassing
For them.
for them. Yeah, or in itself, it's not necessarily an embarrassment. It's just that you are not the person who could probably either say or do such a thing. But it is absolutely not an embarrassment.
For them.
For them, and even public may not view what you view as embarrassment as an embarrassment. There are times like that. Remember, character play a role in this whole thing. That I may share a joke that has, let's say, a word that seems to be a taboo, sex in it. And for you, it might be, but no, you can talk such kind of topics here. But it may still not necessarily carry so much weight of embarrassment in itself. It can be just a subject and we can talk about it. So this is I'm putting this in two parts. That yes, there can be a moment that is really embarrassing, but there can be an embarrassing moment that you just created to being an embarrassing moment. but it is not in actual fact. It's just that.
So this is where a clash of personalities, I guess.
Yes, you can put it that way.
Yeah, where we just don't agree based on how different we are with our characteristics.
Yeah. And imagine, maybe you find that I like comical stuff, and I'm like a comedian, probably. Someone who always think of something to laugh about. But you're not that type of a person. But when I say such things, I may say it from a point of making people laugh, not because I'm like that, but it may just be something laughable. But when it may just find you in a space where you're like, oh no, I wouldn't have said that. Not me. But because it's MG, he said it. And which is very good that people may know, should know that there's MG and there's Toto. So for what I do, it's not Semi and Toto that did it. Semi G did it.
Yeah. And I'm actually thinking probably with the first point that you mentioned, where someone feels embarrassed about issues which aren't embarrassing, they could be projecting their own. Like they could be projecting either their past or the things that have affected them, and now it's just coming out in a situation which is actually irrelevant. So I think probably one needs to sit and say, mara ke eng disturb-ang ka seo se motho a se buang. Ke seo se la se buang, or ke gore maybe nna ke na le di-issues about seo se la se buang na.
You agree that we have people who have an inferior complex. And such a person, that means they are actually easily affected by things that may not affect the next person. Yeah. And I may say something that is very light, but to you is quite very heavy. Based on your character, you have this inferiority complex in you. Yeah. So hence I'm like, let's separate. There are times where you may say, but Sammy, that is embarrassing. But when I look at it, I'm like, how embarrassing is this, really? But to you it is, because of who you are. And when you check even with other people around us, you may even find that there's different views about the very same thing we're talking about.
Unless if we are speaking about something which is inappropriate, which could actually lead to an embarrassment. For like when I but I can maybe in public.
What do you mean, no, explain that. That's what I'm missing now. Is there something I don't know about myself?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Semi serious akere. Ne kira gore akere maybe o kere o rapella church member wa bo o bona o mo tshwara mo sa siamang yana, like inappropriately. Wena na go ha o bone o rapella breast cancer akere.
Oh yeah, plus
and then it becomes inappropriate and embarrassing. But not only for me, even for the person you're praying for, or even for the spectators. Maybe we need to delve deeper into that one. The situations individually bound, but it can just be communal in something that is felt.
Yeah. And in that sense, of course, it would be an embarrassment.
Yeah.
And I can understand the partner being embarrassed during that time. However, it's something that now it can be taken home, where you talk about it. And when a person now understands or have seen where they went wrong, then they need to come back to the very same platform where they committed such to address it, maybe apologize that, okay, no, what I did, probably I was taken by whatever that took him, and apologize. And I think that's the way to deal with an embarrassment in that sense. And even people will appreciate that, or look, yes, somebody saw a mistake and they are rectifying it.
But if Oriana goreng o tlo go rectify mistake in public to everyone where you have, when you did not think goreng it was an embarrassing situation in this instance, I like the fact that you addressing it or back to everyone to say I'm sorry. But wouldn't it still be the same thing if you have done something which your partner feels goreng it's an embarrassment, even though you aren't feeling the same regarding that issue? You know what I mean?
How should one act in that regard?
Yeah, where bona how I feel goreng so se pila necessarily an embarrassment, but when you felt embarrassed, I just feel the merits somehow they're similar. As much as you can apologize to the community, I think the same way maybe you need to address it with just your partner who feels embarrassed by you. Yeah.
I would wonder, how do you help somebody who does not see their wrong or their mistake? Comes out to being very difficult to help such kind of a person. I think maybe let's even leave this one, guys. I mean, you can have a comment on this. You can also help out somebody during our comments. So let's leave it to you. Let me not even try to dig into my mind. How would you, if say a person does not realize their mistake or their embarrassing moments, how do you then deal with such kind of a situation? Especially when a person is not aware that they've done wrong.
O dula fela teng mo ntse o feel gore o embarrassed. I'm joking.
Not really. Yeah.
Till next time, hey? We'll see you.
Ta-ta.
Love you.